would say one of my slogans that I have on my email signature, knowledge is power, which is very true. Knowledge is power, and be humble. I think if you're true to yourself, be humble, knowledge is power is huge. And, you can do anything you want. You have to work for it. You have to really work for it.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. As you can see, we have an amazing guest to the side of us, Educational Pathways. But before we start this episode, let's have her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. Yes, so my name's Angelia Diaz, but I go by Miss Diaz. Miss Diaz Tutoring is my business. Yes.
Definitely. Awesome. Business owner, women in business.
Yeah.
One of the greatest things out there. What got you into this position, and how did you end up where you're currently at?
Yes. It all really started towards COVID. In 2020, schools were shut down. Everything, as went downhill. I was teaching at the time, part-time as a Spanish teacher. And like I said, we were shut down out of nowhere. And I don't know. I said, I want to continue teaching. These kids need, in person, that real life connection. So I kind of just, I don't know. I just made it happen. I created this tutoring business, started on my own, and, it just picked up from there.
Definitely. So you said you were a Spanish teacher. Did you have any business background? Anyone that gave you that pathway on what to do or what not to do a business? Or like you mentioned, did you just figure everything out as you went along?
Yeah. No, great question. I did not have any business background whatsoever at all. And it was just me, by myself that just kind of went for it. I always private tutored on the side, aside from a full-time job. I kind of just did it, freelance, whatever. And yeah, I don't know, something came into me that said, make a website. Let's make this official, because I was just getting, referrals and word of mouth from these tutors, these client families. And it just kind of expanded. And then I made it official, by making my website and by creating my official logo that I decided for it to be my last name, Miss Diaz Tutoring.
And definitely,
yeah.
I like it too. I remember when I first started working under you, it was Miss Diaz 360 Tutoring. Was that correct?
Yes. It's funny. It wasn't really supposed to be that. It was just, that was the thing. You kind of learn as you go. I was to pick, your domain on the website. So we were playing around with it. One of my cousins was helping me, create my website, because I'm not as tech savvy as I should be. So my cousin helped me put that together, and that's how it kind of got started.
Definitely. And you mentioned that you wanted to pick your last name. Personally, with our podcast, that was a big thing, like figuring out what's our name, what's going to be our branding, what's our logo. So how difficult was it to get Miss Diaz Tutoring, and what inspired you to finally choose your last name to be your business? Yes.
Oh my gosh. Thinking back, I know it was like, almost about 3 years ago, but you know what? Great question. I was stuck. It's really hard to choose your name, because you think this will be your forever, you know what I mean? It sticks with you forever, although, you can change it. But, I said, I didn't want my first name. And then I said, you know what? Yeah, let me just brand my last name. I don't know. It was kind of just, I went for it, and it worked. It worked for me.
Definitely. It's your last name. I don't think a lot of people have your last name, but they don't have Miss Diaz's Tutoring. So it's like, it works out.
I liked it. It worked out for me. Yeah.
Definitely. With switching from being a tutor and a teacher to now being a business owner, and then also tutoring, what is a typical day or week working in your position?
Oh my gosh, when I say it's never ending, it's honest, it's never ending. I mean, when it was just me, I just kind of have to account, obviously for my own hours and my own work that I do, and lesson planning. But honestly, now with the team, as you know, that I have, it's 8 tutors. It's managing, managing emails, managing, screening potential tutors. It's lesson planning. I receive IEPs from potential clients that I have to look over. You know what I mean? It's keeping track of everybody's hours and taxing, and it's just, from logistics to the nitty gritty to behind the scenes. It's a lot. I spend a lot of time at my office in Woodland Hills, work just my workspace to just, plan and make phone calls and emails and invoicing. That's another thing, invoicing all the clients and reminding them, your sessions are coming to an end. Would you like to rebook? Yeah. A lot of clerical work and intake. Yeah.
It's a lot of business. Yeah. It's
a lot.
I feel like it's a lot of fun too, because there's always something new. It's no longer just tutoring kiddos. Now you're always learning something new. Would you say that's?
Yes. Oh, yes. I had to learn QuickBooks. I had to learn, how to use all these, mailing services, to be able to email all, and the networking that I do as well. It's just, like I said, it's a lot. It's not a 9 to 5. People think, you quit a 9 to 5 to have more time. And it's not, it's really not like that. But if you love what you do, like you said, I love what I do. I truly, truly do. I can spend 6-7 hours easy at the office and not even notice it, and I'm just on, doing everything, getting stuff done.
Just on the grind, right?
Yeah.
With that, what are a few ups and downs that you experience in this position? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of ups and then there's also a lot of downs as well.
Yes, honestly, just like any other business, retail, real estate, you name it. There's weeks that it's awesome. You get all these people that they sign on. Then there comes weeks where, okay, like it's just either it's kind of steady, which is good, or there's a decline. Do you know what I mean? There's literally or they've signed off, or there's winter break, there's spring break, whatever the case may be, they're traveling and, there's no income. There's literally no income, and it's your livelihood. So being able to budget is something that is, critical. Really being able to budget and save for those weeks, even months, without anything that can come. You know what I mean? And aside from that, it could be challenging. I mean, the sessions in itself, there's some students and some some families that, can be a little bit difficult, and you just kind of have, you're there, you have to remind them you're there for the kids and their best interests, and just, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Yeah. Those would be some of the main ones. I would say, it's really not like your full-time job where you're secure. That's the other thing. You're kind of on your own with your benefits and your healthcare, and you have to tax out from yourself, and you get taxed out a lot. You know what I mean? You think you're bringing in all this money, but nope. Goes back to, you're taxing.
Yeah, definitely. And it's, like you mentioned, being able to balance everything, because some days, especially like with teaching and working, we have students who have spring break, who have winter break. So there's weeks where there's no income coming in. So it's figuring out how to make up for that absence of work. Even if we do want to work, we're not capable of working just because there's that absence.
Exactly.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. And I was just going to say something. So there are those kinds of slow weeks, or just no kiddos to tutor. I kind of turned that back around, and like, I'll use that time to figure out ways to advertise. You know what I mean? Like I'll just make content on worksheets and workbooks and I don't know, stickers and certificate. I try to use that to reel in students, you know what I mean? And get things going, and, even getting complimentary sessions during that time for potential clients. And, you have to hustle. You have to.
Definitely. I feel like I think a teacher told me this one time, and I hold it truly, is that when there's, it's not boredom, but when there's nothing to do and you allow that
Mhm.
Those few minutes of not doing anything, your brain will eventually find something creative to do.
Yep. I like that. That is true. Yeah, both inside the classroom and outside of the classroom.
It's like that's how you know you're a teacher, is like when you're constantly just teaching on the spot. It's like,
Yes. Supervising is, yeah, you have to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I have to say that's happened to me before. I think you might know I always bring folders. I bring individualized with their names to keep track. Because a lot of these kids, they're not all, when I see them, it's not really homework support. I'm implementing my own classes. That's how I do it. That's how I, agree with the clients. And there's been times, not many, thankfully I can count in one hand, 2 different times where I forgot, or not forgot, but like left it in another bag, in the off, whatever the case. And I'm just, you have to keep going. Like I feel like leave. No, I'm not prepared. Everything's in that folder. No, you have to turn it around and, improvise. So
Definitely.
it's crazy. You have to.
Improvising is like one of the best skills to have.
Yes, or you're screwed if you don't.
Definitely. I find it interesting too that like with business owners and teachers, there's all tons of similarities in terms of just the skills, from multitasking to thinking on the spot to problem solving, critical thinking.
Yeah.
Would you say that you've noticed that switching from being just a tutor and a teacher to being a business owner as well?
Yes, like they go hand in hand. Yeah, I mean, all of it, and it kind of helps you in a way. Those skills learned in the classroom help me prepare, to be, I think, to be even better as a one-on-one tutor, if that makes sense, to individualize the session even better and give even more of my attention to each student, and be able to differentiate what I would do in the classroom versus what I'm going to do in this personalized session, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you have to be quick. You have to, wear many different hats. I mean, during sessions, I'm sure you witnessed it too. The kid, oh, I have a headache. Okay, well, we take a little break, or you have to encourage them. Okay, I have a sticker in my bag for you. I have, we got to do this. Even like charts, I've used charts before, behavior charts, which we use in the elementary school system, so definitely same thing. Business owner.
Definitely. I can just picture like business owners will have behavior charts for our clients. It's like, come on, let's do better.
Well, for some kiddos, I mean, it could be challenging. Not all, but we do have, we have a number of kids with special needs, and they need that, they need to see that, especially as I do homeschool. So I spend multiple hours, in a household. So I see all these different behaviors. We have to chart it. It takes a village with the families. Yeah.
It does. It really does. It really does. I remember Yuri Brofenberg, kind of going off topic.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact terminology it was, but he's a gentleman that came up with the theory that children become a product of their environment. So you are who you surround yourself with. You become either the product of your chaos, or you're the product of who you surround yourself with. Yes,
exactly. No, I agree 100%. And that's, you have to motivate them. You have to be the example, and they'll feel it. If you're having a bad day, or if you don't want to be there, those kids will know. They're honest, the most honest beings on earth.
Definitely. Kids should be business owners. They'll tell us straight up what needs to be done.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, they're great. They're better to deal with, in my opinion, than adults. I'd rather deal with the little ones than
just a little bit.
Yeah. Yes.
So, knowing the information that now, if we traveled back in time, what would you have done differently, if you would do anything different?
Yes. I like that question a lot. It's interesting. I'm going to kind of segue a bit. I noticed that a lot of, now these newer generations, they're hustlers. I don't know if you've seen that. A lot of these high schoolers are already, they already have a little business, even in 11th grade, 12th grade. And I'm just like, where was I 15 years ago? Where was my mind 15 years? They are just, it's crazy to me. It's honestly crazy to me. Honestly, if I could go back in time to, let's say, high school, I would definitely save. That is the biggest thing that I tell, the kids I tutor now. It's important to seriously just start saving and saving your money and being smart with it. And even starting small, if your parents can support you in some way, to start looking at how to sell shirts, sell whatever. So yeah, just being more mindful of how business works, and they should have a class on that, honestly.
Yeah, in high school, not so much in college, but in high school.
Yeah, yes, to get them started early. So yeah, honestly, I would do that. Just, I wish I would have saved at a young age and knew more about this.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
How, you probably mentioned this earlier, but if possible, do you balance your personal life with the grind, with your work life, being a business owner, not having that 9 to 5 schedule anymore?
Yes. Very interesting. Yeah, it is hard. I'm gonna say I still do have bad habits, and it's horrible. I have to tell myself not to do it, but I can be with friends sometimes at dinner or even lunch, and my phone's there and I'm getting like an email, and I'm just so inclined to hold on, like, wait, this is it might be a potential, someone needs help. And I have to just remind myself, wait, no, like I'm with a friend or I'm with my cousin, it's kind of those little things. It's very tough, especially like I said, when you love what you do, I feel like you're working all the time. Like I said, I could just get a message at any time in a weekend, but you have to remind yourself, no, it's family time. So yeah, I mean, I use the weekends. Typically the weekends I don't hold sessions, and I relax and, get away from work. Yeah. And I enjoy traveling when I can. I road trips. Those are the things that, help me escape and just enjoy.
Definitely being able to get away from that, just the work grind, because
Yeah.
you can really get caught up in
Yeah.
what you do.
Yes. Yeah. I can only imagine. Yeah. Like other people's, I have clients, like a lot of our clients are actually in real estate, and it's just interesting to see they're such hustlers as well. They're always, posting, and it's just, I find myself doing the same thing even when I'm socializing. Wait, let me just post this ad or whatever. But you have to, yeah, you have to separate.
Definitely.
For your own mental health.
Yeah, yes, it's true. There's another saying that I'm personally learning myself, because like being able to say like, hey, I need some time alone, I need to be able to recuperate and reset. It was kind of a story, but long story short, kind of shortening it up, is that you want to sharpen your sword, so then you can be able to cut things at a quicker pace.
Yes. Yeah, you need to be better. Otherwise you can, and that's happened to me, where I'm sluggish maybe after a weekend. No, I needed more time for myself, So I'm working on it.
It's progress.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things, like we're gonna be imperfect, and if we were perfect, then we would be rich and not have to do anything.
Exactly. And that would be boring, You want something to motivate you every day. To get
some sort of a challenge to get better.
Yeah. Yep.
With challenges and with everything that you're learning and you've done over the years, what are some of the steps to be doing what you're currently doing, to be able to be that business owner?
Yes, I think honestly, and I'm that person that's always learning. I'm always, you know what I mean? I'm consistently learning from people. I'm always open to it. But I think, so far, and what's really helped me to thrive, I guess, so to speak, I mean, doing well, is being myself. I know it sounds, you have to be your authentic self. You can't fake it. And I honestly do just that. You have to network. That's the biggest thing. People that, interest as you are. I try to connect with other businesses that deal with that work with kids too, like different little gyms, and I've networked them over the past couple years. They've helped with word of mouth. Just like, advertise, you got to advertise, which is what I do a whole lot in Facebook and Instagram. You have to just build those connections and, be yourself and really show what you're trying to do, showcase your work in a positive light, and you'll reach your audience that way. Yeah.
Definitely. That's a big one too. I know with our podcast, it's figuring out who we are, and we don't want to be reaching out to people that aren't going to be interested in our content. We want to be able to reach out to people that are going to enjoy our content because we're being authentic, we're being ourselves. Yep.
Yes, exactly. No, yeah, and it reminds me exactly what you're doing. You're reaching out to other people that enjoy talking about their business and their talents and what they contribute to society. I think that's awesome. Yeah, it's similar, in a way what we're doing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a challenge, but it's like, it's so cool. Just being yourself. It's so much easier.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. And it's like you said, it's progress. It's a learning, and always learning, always something to improve yourself.
With that, what advice would you give someone who aims to do what you're currently doing?
Okay, so a business owner for tutoring, I think they really, like, again, I think I would go back to being themselves and really just giving it their all, because that is how, they will tell their friends and I can, oh my goodness, this just happened like 2 weeks ago. As I was telling you, we had new students and I was booking evenings, Wednesdays, Thursdays, that I had to, reschedule. I was sitting there assessing these kids, and I feel like the parents really noticed how I downpoured my heart and soul into the session, and they were just blown away. And I can tell they were there texting someone about me. You know what I mean? You just feel it. But that's me at every session, not just in an assessment. That's me. Okay, the next 6 sessions, that's exactly what you're going to get. You know what I mean? It's not just the first time you're meeting me. Every day will be like the first time you're meeting me. It's above and beyond. I go above and beyond, and that's how you grow. You be yourself. And I think also, to answer that question, is, you get your family and your friends to support you. You ask them to help you, to spread the news about you, to spread, reels is what they use today, just asking people to spread the love and support, and that can go a long way. It really could.
Definitely. Yeah, it's true. Just going back to what we were talking about, just being yourself, being authentic, and enjoying it with a smile.
Yes. Even on the bad days, and I have those bad days, and honestly, I go into the sessions and then they switch my day or my evening around. They really do. Seeing the kid laugh and do something right, or simply learn from me and tell me, oh, you're fun. I thank you for learning with me. And these are 4 and 5-year-olds. I teach the little ones, and they love it. It makes it all worth it, that I'm making this difference. So great.
It's something about the little kiddos, just seeing their smile, just seeing them being just a little ball of joy. It's so awesome. It's very rewarding.
No, it is. It makes me laugh because one of my best friends calls them, she says, oh, they're lovable creatures. It just makes me laugh. But the way she said, it's true. They are these lovable little creatures. So innocent, they're so innocent. And, and you have to I love being that mentor for them, that person that, you're going to do better. You're going to succeed. You can do whatever you want to be. And it's nice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Just being that good person, because the world is full of nice people. And if you can't find one, just become one.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to. And love what you do.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions that we have for today. Any final advice, any final words we have before we end?
I would say one of my slogans that I have on my email signature, knowledge is power, which is very true. You know, knowledge is power, and be humble. I think if you're true to yourself, be humble, knowledge is power is huge. And, you know, you can do anything you want. You have to work for it. You know, you have to really work for it. And if you can, you know, envision it, it could happen.
True. If you think you can or can't, you're probably right.
Yep. Exactly. I agree.
There you go, folks.
Yeah.
Well, if you know anyone that needs a tutor, what is your business? I know we talked a little bit about it, but shout it out real quick.
MsDiazTutoring. MsDiazTutoring. And Mario, he's a tutor with us as well, an amazing math tutor. So ask for his availability as well.
There you go. Tutoring, not just for math, for any content, anything.
Everything.
Anything and everything. Miss Diaz's Tutoring, they have it. That's our little plug for the day.
Appreciate it.
There you go. And for those of you guys watching, thank you guys as always. And always remember, pass a smile, stay safe, always be awesome. We'll see you guys next time.